SOFI stock is up over 90% over the last 12 months, but more recently it's fallen around 10% in the last 3 months and is at a critical price level at the moment. In this video, I'm going to share my opinion on whether SOFI is going to move up in the next 6 months or it's going to move down. I'm going to offer a bullish scenario where I think price might get to $18 and a more bearish scenario where price might fall into $9 support. Let's take a look. Now, if you find value in my analysis of SOFI stock today or other stocks on my channel, please consider signing up to my email newsletter where I share trading tips to help you make more profits trading stocks. I'll put the link in the description below. Check it out. So SOFI stock is long-term bullish, but it has had a big pullback in the last 6 months. Since this peak here of around $18, it has fallen into support around about this $8.50 level and has moved up since then. Now, by adding a long-term trend line since 2023 up until the present day, we can see there's been 2 significant price troughs here. At the moment, SOFI is trending away from the trend line, indicating it may have a bit further to fall before it finds support and actually starts to move up more sustainably. We can see here there's been 2 occasions where SOFI found support, created a significant trough. So this one here back in May 23 around 440 before surging up in 4 to 8 weeks, creating this peak here. It then fell away, created this next significant trough before surging up once again, creating the most recent peak of 1850 in January this year. Since then it's pulled back, created this low here around 850, has moved back up to create this lower high. So it looks as if it might be coming this way again and falling back into the trend line support. Now, before I share my bearish and bullish price scenarios for SOFI stock, I first want to mark up the chart with key price levels so we understand exactly where this stock is trading in terms of its price history. So starting from the top, I want to mark up SOFI's all-time high around about $25. And this level corresponds to the price peaks back in June and also November 2021. Underneath that level, we've got the most recent peak here of around about $18. So let's mark that one up as well. Underneath that, we've got this price trough back here created in August 2021. So let's mark that up too. Next level I want to mark up is this significant price peak here created after this price surge, and that was made in June 2023. That level is around 1160. There's also a level around about 1050 where there's 2 peaks here that have been created in historical price action. So I want to mark up that as well. And underneath $10.50, we've got this significant low created most recently in April 2025, and that's around about $8.60. And under $8.60, we've got this significant trough of $6. So let's mark that one up as well. So now that we've got these key levels on the chart of SOFI, we can see the current price action is trading above 1170 and below this level of 1350. And it is at a critical point here. You can see that potentially it could move up here to challenge $18 once again, or it could fall further back into this key support level of $9. So first, I want to discuss my bearish price prediction for SOFI and why I think it might fall further into support of around $8.50 to $9. If we look at the previous price action of SOFI and the way that it moved from this significant price trough of $4.50 up until this level here of $11, it then fell away, found support higher up, and then created this lower high before falling away once again into this significant trough. So if I use my trend tool, we can see price did something like this. Really big surge up, it pulled back, then created a lower high before a steady decline falling away into this trough here of $6. Now, if we clone this trend and then move it across to the current price action, we can see price is behaving in the same way. We can see since this low here, there was another price surge up to this most recent peak. And again, it pulled back and more recently has created this lower high. So this price action here, if it's repeated here, does suggest that price has got further to fall. And if it falls in the same capacity as this last price action, it looks as if it's going to fall back towards the $9 level. And this will correspond with this longer term trend line, which has already provided support here and also here. So this next leg down, it might find support around about the $9 level here. And something else to think about when considering this bearish hypothesis is how far SOFI stock has fallen each time it's reached a new peak. So from this level here, if we draw the arrow down, we can see to this point here, it's around about 48%. So from here down to here, total fall 48%. Now looking at this most recent peak here, if we apply the same theory, we can also see that currently this level here is around about 52%. And if we extend it out to here, 53%. So you can see that this one is around about 50% and this one potentially could be 50% if price action does the same thing. If it does the same thing and emulates this price action here, we've got a few things coming together to give us confluence on this bearish scenario. We've got similar price action, we've got a 50% price fall, and also we've got the price coming back into this long-term trend line. So this would suggest overall there's a possibility that SOFI might fall further and it might find support around about this level here, maybe between $8.50 and $9. So that would be my bearish scenario over the next 6 months. However, SOFI may move up and hit $18, challenging this previous peak here. So what does it have to do then to reach that $18 mark over the next 6 months? I think the first thing is that price is going to have to find support here at 1170. If it finds support here, then it's a good chance, if we see a reversal bar, that price starts to move up, breaks through this level here and carries on up to $18. So in effect, price might do something like this. It might fall into support here of 1160, break through and perhaps find some short-term resistance around about 1620, 1630, potentially a pullback, finding support at 1360 again, and then moving up to challenge that $18 price level. So this is my more bullish scenario for SOFI. And of course, like with anything with analysis, we've got to wait to see what the chart does. The chart will tell us which way price is going to go. The next few weeks, perhaps the next 4 weeks, are going to confirm, is price action going to fall into this direction here and find support and reverse, or is it going to fall through 1170? If it falls through 1170 in the next few weeks, there's a high chance it's going to fall into this level here of 1050. If it falls through there, then it's looking like my bearish scenario is going to be more likely and it'll find support around about 850. And from there, potentially, it might start a next move up. Don't forget, each time it's fallen in to find this significant price trough, there's been a significant price surge. So if you're patient and the bearish scenario plays out and it falls back into $8.50, $9, you might be rewarded well if price action repeats this surge here and this surge here. You can see on screen I've marked up each time SOFI has created this significant price trough and then has moved up. On each move up, it has been aggressive. On this move here, it gained around 161%. And in this move here, from this trough, it gained almost 200%. So if you're patient and SOFI repeats this historical price action, moving up aggressively, just like it did here and here, from this low of 860 in the next 6 months, potentially SOFI could add on 183%, moving through this level here of $18, and it could take out the all-time high of $25. Let me know what you think in the comments. Are you bullish on SOFI or are you bearish? What do you think? Is it going to fall further, or is it going to take off from this point and break through $18? Thanks for watching.